Okay, so because I can't seem to leave well enough alone, I've started doing a TDI swap on this 2004 Audi Allroad that was a 2.7T 6-speed, which I brought out of California about a year and a half ago. This is a funny story. It started with me accidentally buying a 2005 Passat TDI. And here is that 2005 Passat TDI that I bought by accident. And I say that because I was browsing through Impact Auto, which is a local website for insurance vehicles that are written off or whatever. And I saw this thing with a bit of $700 on it, and I thought, ooh, this would be worth that just for the engine itself. And so I put in a bit of 750, and then a week later, I totally forgot about it. Didn't even think I'd get the car for that money. A week later, I get a call from the auction saying, "Hey, you haven't paid for your car." And I was kind of surprised, and then realized, oh yes, I put a bid on a car. So that was January 2017, and I thought, well, now I got to do something with this. And parting out cars is always a pain. Get a lot of tire kickers. People, I'm interested and never show up and all that. So I thought, I had been driving for 2 years while I was doing the 2.7T swap on the RS4, which is right there, and by the way, runs great. While I was doing that, I was driving a 2010 Golf Sport Wagon, TDI, and I loved the mileage on that. But as with that whole scandal, I ended up getting a great offer on the car, and I couldn't turn it down, and so VW bought it back. So I decided, well, I got to do something with this TDI engine, and decided, what the heck, I'll put it in a 2.7T all-road, or in an all-road, because I love those cars. I mean, I love them enough. That's my second one there, that black one in the garage, and embarked on this. So it's I really only started working on it about I gotta say a couple months ago. Just car just sat here. Actually sat at a different location until a couple months ago, and I brought it over here and pulled the engine out of it. But basically, I just started a couple months ago, and I was going to document everything, but it's just too much work. I've since rewired the entire harness. Actually, it's not even in here anymore. What am I looking at here? Here is that donor TDI on the floor in the garage. I rewired some of this harness, added a few things, because these TDI Passat B5s did not have 2004 and 5 did not come with a manual transmission, so added some wiring in here, but made it all look 100% OE. I wouldn't have it any other way. I sourced an FTF code. For those that know, you know what I'm talking about, but it's got the best gear ratios for fuel efficiency and for a TDI. I sourced this out of Germany. It's out at a buddy's place in Germany for about a year, and then I had it shipped here. Put it all together a couple weeks ago. These take a B8, not B8, sorry, a 1.8T out of a B6 A4. A clutch kit for that fits the TDI and fits the O1E, no problem. Placed a few pulleys up here. This car was a Canadian car, so it it had the typical rust. Replaced that crankshaft pulley, replaced those timing belt covers, replaced the serpentine belt pulley for the AC, as well as this serpentine tensioner for the rest of the accessories. Nothing else. Oh yeah, replaced the camshaft because one of the lobes was just starting to get worn, and I plan to drive this thing until it's dead or I'm dead, and I mean that. So I like this car enough. I haven't had a car as long as I've had all roads. This is going on year 9. I don't know. It just has it's not pretty. It's not anything great at it's not great at everything, or it's not specifically good at any one thing, but great at every little thing. So, and for that, I like them. So yeah, I've with the transmission that I put in here, this has got a 4-to-1 center diff, or sorry, 4-to-1 rear or 4-to-1 diff, and the all-road had a 4.3 38, I believe it is, diff, which obviously isn't going to work. So I've got the original diff out of the B7 RS4, because I put into the B7 RS4 an LSD, which only fit in this type of case that you see here. So I've got this spare diff, which is all the measurements line up perfectly. So who knew? B7 diff fits a C5. And here's the old 2.7T with a 6-speed transmission. I'm going to be selling this. It's got 140 odd thousand miles. Ran great. I mean, I drove it cross country, California. I did it was about a week trip through the southern U.S. when I got it a year ago. Drives great. It's got great compression. But anyways, TDI is going in, and there it is. And yeah, so I'm gonna, over the next couple weeks, put this thing in there and kind of show some of the things that the people that might want to do this sort of craziness want to know about. And I mean, basically, like all VW stuff, VW Audi, it's all Lego. Like, use a part from this car and a piece from that car, and everything fits, right? So right now, everything you see here is all straight out of the Passat TDI. I will be reusing these engine mount brackets here, and they'll fit right in. I have to move still the brackets from the side of the transmission here, which you see on there. I have to move those brackets over. A couple other little things. Got to mount that diff up. I have to change the fuel filler neck, which I'm hoping actually that the B5 Passat fuel neck will fit, but I'm doubtful, but I'm going to give it a try. The fuel lines routes slightly different inside the engine bay, so I'm going to do some measurements and try to see if I can reuse that. I've already looked. I can reuse the original allroad AC condenser with a Passat AC compressor line, and it'll work. The power steering hose you see hanging here, I got to take the one off the Passat, and that'll work. Everything is going to be pretty much just nuts and bolts. I don't foresee custom fabricating anything, except there is there's a boost pipe that runs across horizontally underneath the Passat rad support, which obviously the 2.7T doesn't have, with it having the twin turbos and whatnot. So I have to I might have to fabricate something for that, but it won't be anything too crazy. So yeah, I'm just going to end it here for now, and kind of hopefully document some of this other stuff. Pulling this engine, pulling that other engine, that's all. Everybody's done that. It's nothing, nothing new there. I mean, there's been several TDI swaps into allroads too, but I figured, what the heck, something to do. All right, and we'll see you soon.